Archangel Michael says, there is a sudden shift in your life right now that you are not fully aware of yet. The ground beneath your feet is trembling with a truth that has been buried for far too long. Someone you thought you would never see again is stepping back into your world, carrying a reason that will leave you breathless. This is not a coincidence, nor is it a casual reconnection. The heavens have been moving pieces silently, pushing this person closer and closer to you. There is something they need to say, something that was left unsaid long ago, and now the time has come for it to finally reach you. The energy surrounding this return is unlike anything you have felt before. It's not anger, not vengeance, but a deep, undeniable pull of destiny that cannot be stopped. They have been guided by forces they themselves do not fully understand, yet they cannot resist the call to find you. Even now, as you read these words, they are thinking about you, replaying memories, and questioning how to approach you. They know the truth will change everything, and once it's spoken, nothing will ever be the same again. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, their journey back to you has not been easy. They've walked through darkness, faced battles that nearly destroyed them, but your name was always carved into their soul like an unshakable promise. Every road, every moment of struggle has been leading them back to this exact point in time. For years, they believed they had lost the chance to make things right. Nights were spent thinking of you, mornings waking up wishing they had chosen differently. The weight of silence has been their heaviest burden, and now they cannot carry it any longer. Heaven itself has whispered to them, showing visions of you, reminding them that unfinished stories must find their ending. This is not just about memories. It's about unlocking a future that has been frozen by the past. You hold a key they have been searching for in every corner of their life. The universe is aligning for this moment, and soon, you will feel their presence near you before you even see them. A chill down your spine, a sudden thought of their name, a strange dream, they are the signs of their return. Type Amen to get blessing 444. It will not come as a gentle knock but as a wave crashing through your calm waters. Your heart will recognize them even before your eyes do. There is an energy between you that has never been severed, no matter how much time or distance stood in between. They have carried a secret that only you deserve to know. It has burned in their chest, aching to be set free, and it is not something they can tell anyone else. They believe only you have the strength to hear it and the power to change everything once it's revealed. This is more than just an apology or a simple reunion. This is a truth so powerful that it could rewrite your understanding of your own past. What you thought you knew will shatter, replaced by a deeper, more profound reality. Your connection to them was never meant to end. Threads of fate have tied you together, and though those threads stretched, they never snapped. Now, they're pulling both of you back into alignment, and soon, face to face, everything will unfold. Type Amen to get blessing 555. From afar, they have watched you grow stronger, braver, and more radiant than they remembered. They've seen your battles, your triumphs, and your silent moments of pain. Every glimpse of you from a distance only fueled their resolve to return. But they've been haunted by fear, fear that you've moved on, fear that their presence would only stir old wounds. It took divine intervention to break those fears, to push them toward the courage they needed to face you once again. Their steps are heavy with longing yet lightened by hope. They know this meeting could change not just their life, but yours as well. What they carry is not just words but a revelation that was meant for you all along. Even as you go about your days, unaware, forces in the unseen are arranging encounters, crossing paths, and weaving destiny's design. The moment they stand before you is already written, it is inevitable, unstoppable, and divinely timed. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They remember the first time your eyes met, the first laughter you shared, and the pain of losing you. These memories never faded, they only grew louder in the silence of separation. What they feel for you has not died, it has only transformed into something deeper, more certain. Archangel Michael says, heaven has been waiting for this reconnection. It is not a random meeting but a fulfillment of a divine plan. Your souls made a promise long ago that this unfinished chapter would one day be completed. Every trial you both endured has been leading here. Every tear shed, every night spent wondering, every unanswered prayer, it all makes sense now. The delay was not denial, it was preparation for a meeting that would have the power to heal what was once broken. They are not coming back to take from you but to give closure, to give truth, to give you a choice you never had before. What you decide after hearing them will determine the path of both your futures. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Time has shifted, bending the lines of destiny to allow this moment to finally arrive. The winds that once carried you apart have now changed direction, pushing you both closer to an unavoidable meeting. Your soul has already sensed this, even if your mind hasn't caught up yet. In dreams, you felt a shadow of someone watching, a familiar warmth that doesn't make sense. In waking moments, you've experienced flashes of déjà vu, thinking of them for no reason. These are not coincidences. This is divine alignment drawing them back into your orbit. They've held on to something precious that belongs to you. It's not money, not possessions, but a truth that could free you from doubts that have haunted you for years. When they hand it to you, it will feel like unlocking a door you didn't know existed. Archangel Michael says, you will not need to chase this encounter, it will find you. Whether it's a sudden message, a familiar face at a place you least expect, or a voice calling your name, you cannot miss it. Heaven will make sure of that. Type Amen to get blessing 369. This person has lived with regret like a second heartbeat. Every success felt incomplete without you knowing the truth. They smiled in public, but inside, a part of them was always waiting for this day when they could finally speak your name without fear. Time has changed them. They are not the person who left you behind. They've been shaped by trials, stripped of ego, and humbled by loss. What remains now is raw honesty, ready to lay bare everything they once hid. They remember your kindness, your strength, your light that shone even in darkness. That memory guided them when everything else failed. Even surrounded by others, they felt alone because their soul knew it had unfinished work with you. Every step they take toward you now is filled with trembling hope. Will you hear them out? Will you accept the reason that brought them back? They cannot know yet, but they must try, because destiny doesn't offer second chances twice. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Long ago, fate tried to bring this truth to you, but obstacles stood in the way. Lies, misunderstandings, and forces beyond human control kept it buried. Now, those walls are falling, piece by piece, clearing the path for this revelation to finally reach you. It may not be easy to hear. It may stir emotions you thought you had mastered. But within that storm lies a hidden blessing that only you can unlock. What feels like chaos will actually be the key to your next breakthrough. This person doesn't just carry memories, they carry proof. Evidence of something you were never told, something that explains unanswered questions in your life. When you see it, you will understand why heaven chose this exact moment for the reunion. Archangel Michael says, "Brace yourself, for the impact of this meeting is not meant to harm you but to set you free. Your strength, built over years of survival, will carry you through every word, every revelation. And when it's done, you will rise even higher." Type Amen to get blessing 525. For nights on end, this person has prayed for courage. Fear of rejection has been their greatest prison, but divine hands have unlocked it. They now walk guided by light, knowing that no matter the outcome, their soul will find peace only when they face you. Behind the reason for their return lies a story of sacrifice, choices made to protect you, even if it meant losing you. They believed they were doing the right thing, but time revealed the wound left unhealed. That wound calls to be closed now. Your energy has pulled them through dark valleys, kept them alive when hope was gone. When they speak, you will feel their sincerity like a flame reigniting old bonds. Trust will be tested, but clarity will finally replace confusion. This is not about rekindling the past, it's about reshaping the future. Whether you embrace or walk away, you will do so with knowledge that has been denied to you for too long. And in that knowing, you will find power. Type Amen to get blessing 747. They have written and erased countless messages to you. Held back tears while standing outside places you once shared. Their heart beat louder every time they thought they saw you from afar. The universe has been waiting for them to take the final step. In the stillness of night, they confessed to the stars their deepest regrets. Whispers carried to heaven reached the ears of angels, and Archangel Michael himself descended to push this reunion into motion. Nothing on earth can stop what is already destined. You may feel a sudden urgency in your chest in the days ahead. That is your soul preparing for this collision of past and present. It is not fear, it is divine anticipation of a moment that will rewrite your life story. The weight of this truth is heavy, but when shared, it will feel like chains falling from both of you. And in that moment, you will finally see why you had to wait this long to hear it. Type Amen to get blessing 606. There is a quiet storm building in the unseen realm, swirling around your destiny. Every heartbeat, every breath you take now is synchronized with this approaching moment. You might think you're just living another ordinary day, but divine orchestration is already moving people, places, and timing like pieces on a celestial chessboard. This person from your past is closer than you believe. Their footsteps are tracing paths that lead to you, even if you haven't noticed yet. Soon, everything around you will begin to feel different. Sounds, scents, even the air will seem to hum with anticipation. They have avoided this for years, believing that time would erase what was left unsaid. But heaven has not allowed silence to win. Every time they tried to move on, signs appeared, reminding them that destiny is unfinished without you. Archangel Michael says, "You were never forgotten." The bond between you was written long before earthly obstacles appeared. That is why even now, their heart beats in rhythm with yours, across distance and silence. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The universe has carried your name to them in whispers, through dreams, through unexpected encounters, through music that reminded them of you. There were nights they woke up in tears, unsure why they felt you so strongly when they thought you were long gone from their life. They tried to ignore it, burying themselves in distractions. Yet every attempt failed. The call of your soul was too loud, too insistent, pulling them through every barrier until they could no longer resist returning to you. They now come with trembling hands, knowing that your response could change everything. The moment your eyes meet again will break years of silence. There will be no mistaking the power of destiny when it stands before you. What they bring with them is not an apology alone, it is revelation, liberation, and a turning point that will redirect your future forever. Heaven smiles upon this meeting because it knows what it will unlock for both your lives. Type Amen to get blessing 432. Every separation has meaning, and every reunion carries power. This one holds a force that will feel like time folding in on itself. When you see them, memories will rush back like a tidal wave, but they will no longer bring pain, they will bring clarity. You were meant to cross paths again, not when you were broken, but when you were strong enough to see the truth. Now, your spirit has matured, your wisdom sharpened, making you ready to finally understand what was hidden from you. They have been living with a burden only you can release. For years, their heart has whispered your name in prayer, hoping for forgiveness, hoping for a chance to make things right. Heaven heard those prayers and now delivers the answer through this divine encounter. Archangel Michael says, when they speak, listen not with anger but with your inner knowing. Beyond their words lies a message carried from the divine, a message you were destined to hear before this lifetime ends. Type Amen to get blessing 858. Your days ahead may bring signs. Objects from the past appearing unexpectedly, hearing a song linked to them, or a sudden rush of emotion that feels unexplainable. These are gentle nudges from the spiritual realm, preparing you for what is to come. This person has faced darkness that could have destroyed them, yet thoughts of you kept their soul alive. They whispered your name to the night sky, promising they would one day make things right, no matter how long it took. That day is now near. When you meet, you will see the transformation in their eyes. Pain and wisdom will reflect back at you, along with an unshakable knowing that this reunion was heaven's plan. The feeling will be undeniable, even if words momentarily fail. What you do with this truth is entirely yours to decide. But know this, the universe will support your choice, for it has been waiting for you to finally hold the full truth in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 121. They once feared they had lost you forever. Nights turned into years, and still, the echo of your presence followed them. Even when surrounded by others, their heart felt incomplete, like something sacred had been torn away. Archangel Michael says, separation was necessary to awaken both souls. Without the pain of distance, the depth of your connection would never have been fully understood. This return is proof that true bonds cannot be broken, only delayed until the right moment. Now, they come not as they once were but as someone reborn, carrying lessons learned in the fire of suffering. They do not seek to repeat history, they seek to write a new one with honesty and courage. The heavens have cleared the obstacles that once stood between you. Soon, no force on earth will be able to stop this meeting. You were always meant to see this day, to hear what they have to say, and to decide how the story continues. Type Amen to get blessing 373. Destiny has been quietly weaving its tapestry, connecting threads from long ago to this very moment. Even when you thought your paths had diverged forever, unseen forces kept you spiritually tethered. That is why this return feels inevitable, as if it was written before time began. This person has wandered through life with a shadow over their soul. The unresolved bond with you has been like an unfinished song, echoing in their heart, refusing to fade. They've tried to outrun it, but heaven's timing has finally caught up to both of you. There were times you felt a sudden chill, a wave of emotion, or their name crossing your mind out of nowhere. Those moments weren't imagination, they were sparks of divine connection reaching across time and space. Soon, that invisible bond will manifest in the physical world. Archangel Michael says, you have unknowingly prepared yourself for this meeting. Every challenge, every heartbreak you've overcome has been shaping you into the person who can now stand strong in the face of this revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 414. This person has spent countless sleepless nights wondering if you would still recognize their soul. They fear your anger yet long for your understanding. The courage it takes for them to face you is monumental, born only from the whispers of angels pushing them forward. They once believed they had no right to return, that the mistakes of the past had locked the door forever. But divine mercy is greater than human fear. The universe has opened a passageway that even they cannot fully explain. Every sign they see now points directly to you. Random encounters, unexpected dreams, and messages from strangers all lead their spirit closer to where you are. It is as if heaven itself is holding their hand, guiding their steps until they stand before you once more. The moment of truth will not just change their life. It will change yours. Hidden truths, untold sacrifices, and long-buried secrets will come to light, reshaping how you see the past and illuminating a path you didn't know existed. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Your own spirit has been sensing this shift. There have been moments recently where you felt restless without reason, emotional without explanation. This is your soul preparing for impact, aligning with destiny's call. The reason they have resurfaced will strike you like lightning, it will not be what you expect. There is depth to their return that goes beyond apologies or old love. It carries spiritual weight, something divinely orchestrated to bring resolution to both your souls. This person has walked through trials that mirror your own. The universe separated you not as punishment but as preparation. Now, both of you have grown, endured, and transformed into beings capable of handling this monumental moment. Archangel Michael says, when you finally lock eyes, the world will feel still. Time itself will bend, and in that silence, every unanswered question will begin to unravel with divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Behind closed doors, this person has spoken of you in whispers. To trusted friends, to healers, even in solitude, they've admitted that their soul has never been able to let you go. No matter how far they traveled, your memory was the compass guiding them home. They have carried a truth that has weighed heavily on them for too long. A truth they once promised themselves they would never share, but heaven has shattered that vow. This moment is too important, too destined to stay hidden. Every attempt they made to suppress this truth failed. The universe brought them signs they couldn't ignore, mirrored numbers, strange dreams, even messages from strangers who unknowingly spoke your name. These divine nudges have made it impossible for them to stay silent. When they finally stand before you, words may falter, but the energy will speak volumes. You will feel it in your heart before you fully understand it in your mind. This is how divine reunions work. They bypass logic and speak straight to the soul. Type Amen to get blessing 747. They've envisioned this moment countless times, what they'll say, how you might react, what future this meeting could spark. But deep down, they know that no plan can capture the magnitude of destiny unfolding. You've also imagined S. Backward, it will propel you forward. The truth they bring holds the power to release chains you didn't realize were binding you. With it, you'll finally understand why certain paths in your life unfolded as they did. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear this encounter. It is not meant to break you but to rebuild you with truth, healing, and clarity that only heaven can provide." Type Amen to get blessing 828.